Raman was a government employee. He had only one daughter. Her name was Munni. She was in college. Being the only daughter, her father loved her very much. Friends, who only have one child, are very pampered over their children. Even if the child starts to misbehave, the parents do not speak harshly to him out of love. The only reason is that they only have one child. Eventually that child becomes a depraved person. When Munni started her undergraduate studies, her hobbies increased because her father had a lot of money, and all that money was only for Munni, so she spent a lot. Traveling in a nice car was her hobby. He liked to use a good mobile. Her father Raman never said anything to her. When she graduated, her father thinks that my daughter is now grown up. He thinks about this and says to his daughter Munni, "Munni, now you are grown up. Now I want to marry you." Munni says, "No, father. I don't want to get married now. I want to study more. I want to do something." His father says, "Munni, I have not forbidden you to study, keep studying. But I will marry you to the boy you want. I will tell him that I must not keep my daughter at home, but further her studies so that she can complete her studies." When the girl listened to her father, she agreed to the marriage, and then Munni's father meets a Guttuk. Then Munni got married to a boy named Navjit. Navjit's father was a farmer. He was not a government employee or officer, so he was living a normal middle-class life. They had no high hobbies. His son Navjit was doing a medical course. When Munni came to Navjit's house after marriage, Navjit and his parents did not like the fact that she went to expensive hotels, ate in good restaurants and traveled in hi-fi cars, used good phones, wore short clothes. They told her, "Look, you are the daughter-in-law of this house." If she had been a girl from this household, she would have thought about the honor of her parents. "But how can we fulfill you if you are a bride and wear such small clothes and have such high hobbies? We have become people who farm and eat. Our son is also studying. We have to spend money for him too, so you learn to live in a middle-class family." This made Munni very angry, and she said, "I cannot stay in your house like this. If I want to stay in your house, then you have to fulfill my every wish." Navjit's father talks to Munni's father about this, and says that your daughter doesn't listen to anything and is just busy fulfilling her wishes. She wears very short clothes, which is not befitting in our society. Then Munni's father said, "Look, I have brought up my daughter with much affection, and whatever her hobbies are, whatever her demands are, you should fulfill them. That is why I married her to you." Navjit's father was worried that her father was keeping her out of control, so she did not listen to anyone. Slowly they would have started fighting over these things. He works hard day and night so that he can become a doctor after graduation, because that was his dream. He was very handsome to look at. He was also very smart in his studies. Meanwhile, Navjit's parents didn't like Munni wearing short clothes, eating in expensive hotels, talking to someone else on the phone all the time, and they always stopped her from doing these things. But Munni always argued with her father-in-law about fulfilling my wishes and taking me to good places. But Navjit wouldn't let her go anywhere either. He told her that in order to live in our house, you had to live the way our parents were living, and the way we were all living. But Munni does not accept the fact that she has to lead a normal life like them. Gradually, Navjit and Munni started arguing about this. After 6 months of marriage, Munni became pregnant, and when she became pregnant, she told her father that she could not stay in this house anymore. "They don't deserve us. Why did you marry me to someone who lives such an ordinary life? They do not fulfill any of my wishes." Then Munni's father comes to Navjit's house and takes her to his house. His father tells her not to worry, Munni. In a few days, when they start understanding you, they will take you. Your life will start to get better again. She did not forget the habits she had, so she went out with the boys at her father's house again and again. She forgot that she was a married woman. She went to hotels with the boys, spent the night, ate at hi-fi restaurants. She lived in luxury, wearing shorts and thinking she was a model. Time passes slowly, while Navjot studies for his doctorate with great difficulty and dedication, works hard day and night, and after working hard he becomes a doctor. While Munmi sends divorce papers to Navjot and they get divorced, Navjot gets appointed as a doctor in a good hospital, while Munmi lives in luxury in her father's house and forgets that she is going to be the mother of Navjot's child. She hung out with her friends day and night. When her delivery time approached, her friends said that Munmi, you are not happy to be with me. That's how it's going to be. So now and now slowly all her friends leave her, and she becomes lonely. Then she starts living in her father's house. When 9 months started, she suddenly has pain in her stomach. Then her father calls an ambulance and immediately takes her to a hospital. She was screaming in stomach pain. Then all the staff gathers in the hospital and starts calling the big doctor. They tell Navjot that a patient has come outside in a very serious condition and is screaming very badly, in pain, restless. Then Navjot runs to see that the patient was none other than his divorced wife Munmi. She was screaming very badly. Then she is taken to the delivery board for delivery. The lady doctor there tells Navjot that, sir, this woman will need blood. Only if she is given blood we can give her delivery. Navjot and Munmi's father was worried about where to get blood now. Navjot goes to the blood bank, but the blood matching Munmi's blood was not present. Navjot started to get very worried. Then the female doctor came and said that if the blood was not given within an hour, the patient could die. Munmi's father was very worried because he had only one daughter. Navjot then told the female doctor, Madam, I could not arrange any blood. If possible, I can shed my blood. You will give her my blood. Then the female doctor said, okay, you can donate blood. Navjot immediately gave blood to Munmi. Then Munmi underwent surgery and gave birth to a daughter. When the girl was born, Navjot went to his cabin and started doing his work. As soon as evening came, he went home. When Munmi regained consciousness, she saw that she had given birth to a baby girl, and she looked very beautiful. She looked exactly like Navjot. Then Munmi shook hands with the female doctor and said, Thank you, madam. I will never forget this great kindness of yours. You saved us and brought our child safely into this world. Then the woman doctor told Munmi, instead of thanking us, thank the doctor who donated his blood to you and saved your life. If the blood had not been received in time, you might have died. Then Munmi said, Madam, please introduce me to that doctor. I thank him. Then the female doctor called Navjot. When Munmi's eyes fall on Navjot, her eyes widen, and she suddenly gets shocked. Her forehead sweats, and she gets very embarrassed. She tells that doctor woman that Navjot is my divorced husband. The doctor woman was shocked to hear this. Then Munmi told Navjot that you saved my life and I treated you so badly. I never considered you worthy of me. I always made fun of you as poor. I never respected you, but today you saved my life. I am very ashamed of you today. She folds her hands and apologizes to Navjot. She cried and tried to apologize to Navjot by holding his feet. Navjot said, Look, there is no need to hold her feet and apologize. It is not your fault. The disciplines you walked by imitating are inculcated in children by their parents. If your parents had given you good disciplines, you would not have behaved like this with us. Don't make the same mistake you made a second time. Now your baby is safely born, and you are healthy. There is no need to worry. Your treatment will continue for a few more days, then you will be completely cured. Hearing this, she starts crying again. She says that now where shall I go with this child? Now I have no place to stay. Forgive me and take me to your house. Navjot said that I am a hungry poor man. How can I take you to my house and fulfill your wishes? You are the girl in the hi-fi model. I will not put you in such a model. I will not dress you in shorts. I will not feed you in hi-fi restaurants and hotels. You will have trouble staying in our house. Munmi was very ashamed to hear this. Then Munmi's father tells Navjot that Navjot, I have made many mistakes too. My daughter has also made a mistake. Now this is your child. For the sake of this child, you embrace my daughter. Navjot agrees to keep Munmi with him. Navjot's parents told him to forgive her. Now this is your child, you must give him a good discipline. Then Munmi is discharged from the hospital and Navjot takes her to his house. Navjot and Munmi start their life again with God as witness. Friends, we do not intend to hurt anyone with this story. The only lesson to be learned from this story is that women who do not understand their husbands harass so they can fulfill a new hobby. This story is a great lesson for those women. Please let me know in the comments if you liked today's story.